Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your favorite host from the East Coast, Don Gamer21 of YouTube. Welcome back. It is currently 5:03 a.m. at the time to make this video. This is some more Dawntrail Crossroads content. Without further delay, let's get straight into the game. Don't forget that bell icon, subscribe button. Click that to help support the channel. Let's grow this community. Let's see how far we can go, and let's just have fun. Here we go. Talk to this guy. Guidance of the Hahaso. Guy concern is writ plain on his face. Alize isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Tyrell remember a time when they were dependent on the Sol system. Some of Tyrell remember the time before they were dependent on the Sol system, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who's been leaving for Tyrell, one with no elders to care for. Word of the problem has reached us in Tuliola. My brother is doing all he can to see the Zaltaral Railroad restored to operation so that people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will be necessary. Even so, the railroad would make things a sight easier. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for the visit, Kona seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shaw's working on the data, we could go and see the state of it for ourselves. Guess we're off to the railroad to Charlene Station, then I'll make sure to keep Kona informed. Okay. Let's go. Teleporting's the way to go. Okay. I have my camera off right now because I'm very tired and it's gonna look you to see it in my face. There they are. Vow Resolve and Amelia Sigmund to boot. What can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tyrell. They can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Val region is also on his way here to take a stock of the situation. Scratch the on his way. Oh, he's already here. Airvale, check out your new outfit, dude. Nice. Looking good, Bill. Guys, did our little bun finally outgrow the old clothes? Looking good. As the guild ship has officially approved my transition from gleaner to independent contractor, I was in need of some more befitting attire. It's nice. You're here about the railroad too? It was in part for my sake that the original Dawn Blazer was sacrificed, so I felt it only right I assist in the replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Limity has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawn Blazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we've back to our original problem: how to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of the Watson. That is the Ronreek. Through the hassle that follow them are none too pleased about their Hahito being spoken by the noise of inclement either. The solution I've devised to quitting the railroad should address that complaint, but a silent train presents a different danger. The Ronreek will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. Oof. And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the rail routes plotted to avoid the Ronreek's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. The Ronreek's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I am not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mawalson for their insight. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in that matter, and I too would hear what the others have to say about it. They are the ones most affected of it all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Hawato. The rest of you can accompany us in Hahisto equipment if you like. Are we gonna meet with that tribe again? Like, I remember something coming up in Dawntrail with Kona about being part of a nomadic tribe, and he was abandoned by his family. I wonder if this is that same tribe. Curious. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Do something drama. It wouldn't surprise me if this is the same tribe. Drama. Yeah, we're meeting with them again. Okay, let's see. Without resolve, without reason, I bid you welcome to camp, but what brings you all the way to Mo? I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of Zaltaral Railroad. You two have noticed the Ronreek's unexpected change in behavior then. My son, Shepetto, has been looking into the matter. Shepetto? Normally, we'd expect the Ronreek to keep to their favored grounds nearby for a while yet, and despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Pyoriana and Yasawana. Yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward towards the railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hoshawara would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am of Hoshawara descent. My parents traveled with the Ronrique as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration, one of many sacrifices necessitated by the nomadic lifestyle I am forced to assume. Oof. A chance encounter with a kind Pula merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade and I might fend for myself. I became a stallkeeper in Tuliola markets, and that's where the Dawn Servant found me and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when Lamitzi came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Aw, so sweet. You're a good brother, Kona. Truly, I have never heard of a Ronrique choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor have any Hasawano willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstances. I cannot say the idea of following in their footsteps. I cannot say the idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed to me. But if they had good reason, wouldn't you want to know? Even if it might help you better understand the Ronrique's current behavior. As it's so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hasteros way may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind favor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat my past mistakes, and to refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor Dawn Servant indeed. Please, teach me of the Ronrique and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Will you learn of Hasiral's culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know whether I am doing it correctly. Well, Kona. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ronrique, and we'll have a look around the plains, and perhaps the process will find an answer that you seek. Hey. Woo! I feel a lot more awake now. Can I turn on my camera? I wonder. I'm gonna turn on my camera. See how that goes. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Shafetto. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you are not above manual labor. Manual labor. Of course. I am not the most experienced, I am ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth my every effort. Then all we ask, take these tools. Kona, you're gonna be alright, buddy. Now introduce yourself to everyone who looks busy, and ask if you can help them. Be happy to teach you What do you exchange another pair of hands to do it? Let us meet back here later to share what we've learned. Okay, this is so. It seems like Kona's handled. Looks like Kona's handled it well for now. But being abandoned by your parents is not easy. I'm afraid I've finished with my tasks for the time being. But since you're so eager to learn about our way, why don't you tell me a bit about your migration customs? Over here, you're likely already know that the Rig are our hosto, our guides, that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to the fertile lands where we thrive. To check out this thing's eyes. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hasero must also part with half of our number. You may think it strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons. As a people, this too is the wisdom of Hasero. Interesting. So her split, so do they. This won't do. The wind will go right through it. And me without my needle station. Go buddy. Let's help you out, buddy. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the recovery now. Given how often we pack up in reasonable attempts, they're bound to get the occasional terror. Fortunately, the Ronreek hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. Okay. I'm turn off my camera again. Sorry, I'm getting like groggy again. I don't like this. I'm being on camera. Okay, you're learning about the Hasero way of life, are you? It may be a thing or two. I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your power of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrive at them myself. Okay. Our Hasero provide us with something that we use in the medicine poultice, and so drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? Is that wrong? That's wrong. Both horns and hooves have cores and bones, and we'll use all the materials of primary tent poles, instruments, and the like. It's not quite the answer I was looking for. How am I supposed to know that? Dog again? It sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. Here, but we've discovered myriad uses for wrong chips over time. Each is boon to our way of life. Where this need has to always be. Okay, I don't remember the dung thing, but apparently it's a thing. Bum 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 bum. What's this way? Ruffled on ring. As you stroke the Roman's coat, you note that many portions of are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job. I get money. Mind you, a comb of the type you use would just be lost in the tangle. Ah, Shafeto sent a Ronrique brush with you, did he? How like him. Now just run through the little patch and time going. You dutifully brush the Ronrique until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coat. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Well done. With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon. He is less susceptible to illness. A combed coat will also make it's easier for us to identify injuries should need rise. Okay. You smell of grass in the wind. Which is a good thing. I promise you could nearly be mistaken for one of us. You look the part. I have to wonder how Valcon is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Ah, there he is now. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the mic and it ended up rather far afraid. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination to force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how was your own work? Have you anything to share? Household life revolves around the Ronrique, but in turn the people receive all they need. The Ronrique are treasured members of this community, as important as family. Yes, I feel the truth of this myself. While I was hesitant to leave my fate to the whims of so rather than treat man-made paths, however, was meant to all the same. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it was wrong. My parents had a duty to the Ronrique, as they did to me, and so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this is not no bearing on our present concern. We are here to service the Proto after all. Nonetheless, I thank you for helping find a deeper meaning in what we've done here today, and I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the houses are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Valcona. You're welcome among our herd anytime. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Alright guys, this has been Don Gamer. I will see you next time. Peace out. Later. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button and that bell icon for future video uploads. Also, feel free to like and leave a comment. I would love to hear your feedback. Thank you and good night. Peace, yo!